Well, we have a winter storm on the way that could impact portions of northeast Mississippi. So let's get straight to it. Taking a look at the watches and warnings, we do have a widespread, a lot of the portion of the central country and the eastern part of the United States under this winter storm watches and warnings. A winter storm watch does encompass the entire state of Tennessee, North Alabama, Central Alabama, North Mississippi, North Georgia, portions of Central Kentucky, and then those pink areas, Central Arkansas, the Dallas, those are the winter storm warnings. Now, we will be upgraded to a winter storm warning later on, and probably early tomorrow morning. So once we wake up tomorrow morning, we'll have those winter storm watches issued for a good portion of our coverage area. Now, closer to home, most of the coverage area is under that winter storm watch, with the exception of Noxubee and Winston counties. You will be added under a winter weather advisory tomorrow morning as well. Now, taking a look at the winter weather severity impact scale, the majority of us under that level of 3 out of 5 for that major risk for some winter weather impacts. We do see a higher concentration toward Louisville. That is encompassing more ice potential than snow potential. So we'll kind of talk about that here in just a second. Ice impact, I really think our entire coverage area could see some ice, but maybe a good higher or good more concentrated area along the south of 82. Now, impacts. Let's kind of talk about it. Who could see impacts? Where, all things. Heavy snow, North Mississippi, far North Mississippi, New Albany to Booneville, Iuka. Mainly snow with a little bit of rain or sleet mixed in. Coffeyville to Houston, Amory, Tupelo, Aberdeen. Now, south of that, along our US 82, snow, it'll start as snow, but then could change to maybe a little bit of sleet, the freezing rain, and then eventually to a cold rain. South of that, Louisville to Macon, just a little bit of wintry mix to then old-fashioned cold rain. Now, what are we looking regarding road impact-wise? Much of our coverage area in this deeper blue, travel issues and travel impacts will be likely. Some snow-covered roads are likely with a little bit of ice as well. Especially, I think we'll have a little bit of snow-covered roads and a little bit of ice on top, south of Coffeyville to Houston to Amory, portions like that. And then a little more scattered in nature for those road impacts, Louisville to Macon to portions of our southern tier counties. Now, the big question everybody wants to know is how much snow can I see at my house? And this is what we're going with. 3 to 6 inches, New Albany to Booneville to Iuka. This will probably be the hot spots of our coverage area that do see the most snow. Now, 2 to 4 inches, Coffeyville to Houston, Amory, Aberdeen. 82 along US 82, 1 to 3 inches. Of course, with local higher amounts, within, if you get a little bit of extra burst of snow or heavier snow bands it up, Louisville to Macon, a trace to only an inch of snow. So it's really going to be the million-dollar question where this rain and snow line, sets out. Does it set up further north and less snow, further south and more snow? But Anthony, how's the timing looking like? When can we start to see this wintry precip into our coverage area?
Yeah, Brody, we are expecting snow, and Starkville's not a stranger to snow. We get it about every other year. Here's a look at the past 6 years. Last year we got 0.2 inches. The year before that we got nothing. On average, it's 1.6 inches, and the record is actually 18 inches, believe it or not. That was back about 100 years ago. Not expecting that, but here's that system pushing in from the south and west. We could see snow early or I guess late in the day Thursday, but it may be a little bit too warm for that. That rain will transition into snow into the morning as we get slightly cooler temperatures. But notice that the cooler air further to the north, they're getting snow north towards Tupelo and in Itawamba County and Fulton. Then that transitions all into rain I do think as we head into the daytime, although snow is still possible, we may get some wintry precip in there. And then when the cold front passes in, we get more cold air. And like the other day, we may get snow on the backside of the system. We got little nice flurries the other day. It was actually quite nice. But let's get into what I'm exactly looking at. The first thing is snowpack. Now these winds are blowing in from the north above that snow and that'll help modify temperatures, which may make temperatures a little bit cooler. So changing projections a little bit. This would be good if you wanted snow. But as that system pushes further north, it'll start getting more warm air, which will kind of be the clash of these two air masses. So there we go, Tupelo 33 degrees, so they could get snow potentially on Thursday evening. Then all of us snow on Friday morning, and then that lifts again Friday afternoon. And notice how 30, 32, that's pretty much lining Highway 82 throughout the day, and then to the evening gets a little bit cooler, and then we see that push of cold air, which may introduce more snow chances as we head into a Saturday morning. But I think it does ramp up after that. So this is the least optimistic model. It's showing all the warm air lifting further to the north. Snow's going on, not for us. I noticed you're not seeing any accumulation here. That's, I don't think, going to happen, but it's definitely a possibility. We can't rule it out because there is still some uncertainty with this forecast. Birdie, like you were mentioning, it's a possibility. Rainfall amounts, that's important because after it snows, potentially, all that will be wiped away into slush. 1 to 2 inches further south, and then 0.5 inches towards Tupelo, so that may mess with the accumulating snow. The most important thing, I think, is freezing rain, especially when we get those more cold temperatures right at the surface. That could be a huge commuting problem, and I want to stress, huge commuting problem for Friday evening and Saturday morning into the weekend as well. And then sleet, you're looking at sleet now, not accumulating much of that. So mainly freezing rain, and a snowfall. So my projection here in Starkville, Burley, like you're mentioning, we're in that zone where there's definitely a wide variety of possibility. 0.5 inches to 2 inches Friday morning, and then Saturday morning as well, seeing the snow chances. Freezing rain, I'm confident that we'll see at least some here and across the area, and then most importantly, significant impact to travel as that freezing rain hits. So no snow building with all this snow, mainly just a sloppy mess, unfortunately, here. So if you are planning on traveling back to town soon, I'd wait just a little bit for that.